Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you for your responses. We are meeting after 2 days of break. The last session was on Friday. I hope you know we will not have sessions on Saturday and Sunday. So this is the next session after Friday. In today's session, we are moving on to next service called S3. We are moving on to next service called S3. We already have discussed about EC2. We have a good knowledge now about EC2. Let's move on to next service called S3. Stands for Simple Storage Service. We'll discuss about the features of S3. We'll understand an important term called bucket. We'll understand an important term called bucket. We'll learn how to create a bucket, how to upload the objects into the bucket, how to make the object, how to access the object, how to make object private, deleting the object, deleting the bucket, discussing about various options of the bucket. So this is all our today's session. So our today's session is to understand the concept of S3. Our today's session is to understand the concept of S3. Perfect. Okay. So as usual, before getting into today's session, so let's have an interaction. Mohit Sharma waiting for a long time. How are you, Mohit?
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Hi, fine, sir.
Yes, your question.
I was waiting for a long time. I even
Yes.
contacted with you on your mobile number, but got no response.
Yes.
So my question is, sir, you told me that how we can increase the volume, and if we increase the volume on a free account, we will get a bill.
Yes.
So I want to know that how is that bill generated on second by second basis or minute by minute basis,
Yes.
hourly basis, or something
It
like
is on per second basis. Okay. So if you want to know how much bill will be generated for a specific amount of volume, we have billing for AWS EC2 volume pricing. Okay. So you can get an estimate. You can go to AWS pricing calculator. Okay.
Okay.
Mohit.
Yes, sir.
And
Listening.
you can select the volume. So there's a document in how to get an estimate. So there's a calculator also. So using that calculator, you can get estimate. Spend some time here. You'll understand this. There's a very good documentation. Mohit, this is okay.
Sure, sir. Sir, there's another question.
Not only this volume, anything you can get an estimate. For example, you want to know what is the estimate for EC2 machine. Okay. What is the estimate for 16 GB memory of EC2 machine? And what is the estimate for 32 GB RAM? What is the estimate for 1 terabyte storage? What is the estimate for 10 terabyte storage? We have AWS calculator, pricing calculator, where you can select the service. And you can curate an estimate basing on the number of processors and memory. The moment you select it, you get the bill generated. Got it? You can add the volumes and you can get the estimate. The more you provide the configurations, the more the monthly cost changes. Got it, Mohit? So
Okay.
we have a calculator option, very easy. You can calculate the estimate and you can get an arrange. So in case when client says that, okay, I need a very good hardware, high capacity of let's say 128 gigabyte memory and then some 10 terabytes of storage. Yes, you can go and you can give them the estimate. Okay, Mohit? Okay.
Yes, sir. There is another question.
Yes.
A short one, sir. In the first lecture, we saw how to create an EC2 instance. It's a virtual machine on cloud.
You're right.
And you can log into it by email, username, password, and DNS. So, sir,
You're
how
talking
many
about
people?
the Windows machine, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, how many people can log into it at once? Maybe if
Okay.
I can distribute.
Do you remember what is the default user when you're connecting to Windows machine? Administrator.
Right.
Do you remember, Mohit?
Yes, sir.
Like this, you can create multiple users in the Windows machine. Mohit. Okay. Like here also we can create users, right? Do you remember? In our laptop also we can add users. isn't it? We can
Right.
log in as a guest user. We can add users in the same way. There also we can create users, and then you can assign passwords to that user, and using that particular multiple users also can parallelly connect to that particular machine. Okay, it's about user management in the Windows Server.
Okay.
Those are called as remote desktop users. Clear, Rohit? Mohit?
That's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Naresh. Dandu Naresh. You are now allowed to unmute. Naresh. By default, you will be on mute. You have to unmute and talk. Akil Akhtar, how are you doing? Akil, can you hear me? We cannot hear you, Akil. Monica C.
Hi Sunil, this is Monica.
Yes, Monica.
Actually, my question is I'm from storage background. So
You are from SAN Storage?
yes.
Okay.
The thing is
What's your question?
that Friday we have created multiple volumes and snapshot, right?
Yes, you're right.
There was little bit confused.
What is the need for snapshots?
Copy of the data we are creating, right?
Okay, why should we create a copy of data? In case if you want, client wants the same data to be available in a different region, Monica.
Yeah.
Okay, multinational clients are having some infrastructure in multiple regions. They have some infrastructure in Mumbai region. They have some infrastructure in Singapore region.
Yes.
When they want the same data to be, whatever the data which is there in the Mumbai region, they want the same data to be duplicated in the Singapore region.
Okay.
Okay. So to balance the load, so what we do, we convert the volume to a snapshot. And snapshots are portable. We can move the snapshots, okay, from one region to other region. We have seen it how to move the snapshots. Once the snapshot is available in the destination region, you can convert back to volume and attach it to EC2 machines. Okay. Please go through the
same volume we have a multiple instances, right? The same volume of data we can copy.
No, one volume can be attached to only one instance.
Okay.
Got it? One
Yeah,
volume can be attached to one instance. Yes, you're right. Clear. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Monica. One more final call. Suhail Mohammed, how are you, Suhail? Good evening, Suhail.
Hi, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. It's very clear. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm daily raising my hand today. Finally, I got a chance to talk to you. Thank you very much.
I
understand there are a lot of people.
Yeah, you are right.
First of all,
You are
I
from
just
which
want to tell
location?
you. Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
First of all, I want to tell you thank you for this innovative and interactive session. And last time also I got updates from one of my friends, but unfortunately due to some reasons I was unable to join. But this time I made it.
Okay, very good. So you are joining right from the beginning?
Yes, I'm joining
Please
daily.
continue till end so that you can get the complete exposure. Huh?
Yeah, just I wanted to like updates. I need some updates because I have already I'm trained and certified on AWS actually.
Very good. So already you know this, right?
Yeah.
Whatever we are learning.
Yes, absolutely. But I've been lost touch in it because it's been in 2017 or 18 when I have completed my training and certification on AWS.
Very good.
I'm certified on associate level for both SysOps admin and solution architect.
It's a good revision now for you.
Yeah. After that, I have worked in my organization for 1 year on this project, and later I got released, due to which I have lost touch in some of the services and all these things.
Currently, you're working in which platform?
Yeah, I'm currently working on AWS. I'm currently working on VMware and Wintel actually, Windows and VMware.
Okay. How many years of experience?
Yeah, I have 13 years of experience.
Wow, very good experience.
Yeah, In AWS, unfortunately, I just got exposure up to just 1 year of experience, due to which after that I lost touch.
No problem, Suhail. Now
I
get in touch and then switch to latest ones. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I've also enrolled for your DevOps batch, which
Very
is
good.
going to start within next 1 or 2 weeks.
You are right. You are right.
So I just have two queries here.
Tell me.
So once, as now I've already certified on AWS for solution architect, associate, and sysops admin, right? So like next level, for example, if I want to like there is a process every time, like we have to renew our certifications and everything.
You're right.
Now I have to go to the professional level, or I can just like do the associate level once again?
No, do associate level once again. That's enough. There is no specific advantage when you go for professional level. Finally, the performance in the interview matters, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay. Certification helps you to get more number of interview calls. Okay, but finally,
yes,
whether you are associate level or professional level, the technical round will be the same level. Okay, so associate level, just have it that particular badge in your resume. So that's enough, Suhail, and then focus on the skill sets. Upgrade to DevOps and AWS. Definitely, you will eventually end up to the cloud technology. So
yeah, sure. May I ask one more question? Sorry,
you are welcome. No problem.
So, like for example, when I'm going to start my DevOps, like is the mandatory that I have to have any programming language knowledge about?
DevOps engineers are different, and programmers are different, and developers are different. We are not going to develop a role. Okay, we are DevOps engineer. There is no programming experience for DevOps. Okay,
sure. And one last thing, like I just want, I know this would be the today's session will not be like in that session you will not be telling, but when you are explaining that, I know it will be coming under VPC, but I want like more like information when you take that class regarding cross region VPC connectivity and Amazon VPN setup. On these two, I need much grip.
You'll understand it when we start. When we start VPN, you'll understand that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
More, Sohail.
No, nothing. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So let's get started. Perfect. So I have this PowerPoint slide which helps you to understand about S3. Let's have some understanding, read out S3, and let's catch up some important points. By the moment we complete this PowerPoint slide, you will understand what you mean by S3. Okay, and then we'll have more in detail discussion. Okay, S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. S. It's a simple storage service. Look at this. Look at the way you present in the interview is important, and you have to use these terminologies. S3 is secure. You don't need to worry about the security. It's durable, highly scalable. Object storage. This is very, very important term. What is S3? So you have to use this term. S3 is a secure object storage. It's easy to use, very simple web service interface. The user interface is very, very simple. You can store and retrieve any amount of data. There is no restriction. You can store any amount of data. You have 500 GB of data, please dump in that S3. 1 terabyte of data, any amount of data from anywhere in the web. It's a storage solution. S3 is a storage solution. We all know Google Drive. Google Drive is also storage solution provided by Google. You can store your images, you can store your documents, isn't it? And wherever you are, you can connect your Gmail account and you can download those your storage, your files, isn't it? Same like Google Drive. Just to understand it, it's also S3. S3 is more powerful. There are a lot of features inside S3. Let's learn more about S3. It's a safe place to store your files. So you have to understand now it's a file storage. Object-based storage. What is an object-based storage? I'll tell you. A file can be from 0 byte to 5 terabytes. That's each file size I'm talking about. Each file can be in the range of 0 to 5 terabytes. If you are using graphical user interface, if you are using command line interface, each file can be maximum up to 5 GB. This is the maximum restriction of file size. The file size restriction, each file size restriction is 5 TB if it is graphical user interface. If it is 5 GB, it will be command line interface. So what is graphical user interface? What is command line interface? We'll be seeing it soon in our coming classes. Unlimited storage, you will never get a message saying that your S3 is 90% full or 80% full. There's no limit at all. There is no limitation. You can store any amount of terabytes of data. Objects are nothing but file. What do you mean by object? Object is nothing but a file. You may have a question, Sunil. Sunil, you said that it is an object storage. Now, what is object storage? Object is nothing but a file. A PDF is an object. A image is an object. A audio file is an object. A video file is an object. A Word document is an object. Excel file is an object. Object storage, that's nothing but file storage. You can store files. And objects are stored in buckets. Is very important. Objects are stored in buckets. So when you want to store some data into S3, if you want to store some data into S3, step one, what you have to do, you have to create a bucket. That's mandatory. Don't think that you log into S3 and you can directly upload the data into S3. No. Step one, you have to create a bucket. That's prerequisite. That's mandatory. Step one, we have to create a bucket, and then only you can dump the data into the bucket. Without creating the bucket, you cannot even store one file also. Bucket is mandatory. So objects are stored in objects. And whenever you come across a term called object, that's nothing but files. Objects are stored in buckets. So you have to create the bucket first. And then you can store any amounts of data. That's not a problem. The bucket name should be unique globally, not local to your AWS account. Your bucket name should be unique globally. All this we'll see practically. Okay, so you have some understanding about S3 now. Let's move on. 99.99% available. It's equal to 100% availability, 100% durability. Tiered storage. What is tiered storage? I'll show you. There is lifecycle management feature available in S3 storage. Versioning is available in S3 storage. You can use encryption if you want. If you think that the data is very, very secure, you can apply encryption on that particular bucket. You can secure your data using access control list. Who can access my particular object? You can control it using access control list and bucket policies. These are all special features of S3. Okay, lifecycle management. You have to explain all this: lifecycle management, versioning, encryption, tiered storage. All this we'll see practically. Okay, so the different classes available. Classes are also called as tiers. We have standard class, intelligent tiering class, standard 1A. What are the difference about all these classes? We'll see practically. So when AWS is providing unlimited storage with features like lifecycle management, encryption for higher security, versioning, you can maintain different versions of your object. Okay, unlimited storage. When you can access your objects anywhere. So when providing these many storage, obviously AWS will charge for that particular service. So on what basis you get the bill? With the amount of storage, the more you store, the more you get the bill. With the amount of requests, how many people are accessing your object, requesting your object? How many people are requesting the object? Based on the number of requests, also bill increases. Are you understanding? Not only just amount of storage, how many people are accessing that particular object. For example, in Amazon Prime, a movie has uploaded. Movie is also an object. How many people are watching that particular movie? How many people are requesting that particular object? Basing on that, also you get the bill. Basing on storage management, that's nothing but tiers. We'll see it practically. Basing on data transfer, you get the bill. When you enable transfer acceleration, that also will be billed. You will, when you enable this feature called cross-region replication, you get the bill. So basing on these points, you will get the bill. So what is the transfer acceleration? And all this we'll see practically. So you have some understanding about S3. You now got the understanding about S3. It's a storage service, that's all. It's a storage service like Google Drive, but it is having some advanced features. So let's, as we now understand that it is a storage service, let's be experiencing the concept of storage service. Okay, so let's get into practicals of S3. Let's learn how can we upload the objects, and let's learn how can we access the object. Okay, so let's get into this interesting concept of S3. Perfect. So let's jump into S3. So let's log into AWS. Sign into the console. You get the update in the WhatsApp group about the DevOps batch. Okay, so don't worry, you have to wait for 1 or 2 days. Oh my God. Yes. Services. Scroll down. Under storage, we have a service called S3. This is the first time we are getting into S3. Oh my God. See, look at this, what's happening here. I have forgotten to delete the buckets. Very important. If you forget, you get the bill. So I'm sorry, give me some time. Let me delete all these buckets. Give me some time. Give me some time. Let me delete and everything. Let's make it empty. Let's make it empty first. Done. Services, when you select under storage, when you select S3. So this is how the S3 dashboard looks like. Okay, this is how the S3 dashboard looks like. You can see the buckets are 0. Okay, so right now, the first thing what you need to do, if you want to use this S3, if you want to store some object could be an image or a document or whatever it is. If you want to store some object, the first step what you have to do is to create a bucket. Right now, you can see there are no buckets. You do not have any buckets. Let's go ahead and create a bucket. Let's go ahead and create a bucket. You're right. What is the name of the bucket which you're planning to? Let's say I want to create a bucket. Let's say I want to create a bucket with the name. Let's say bucket 1. I want to create a bucket with the name bucket 1. Okay, so let's name. So here we have the user interface is very simple, boss. So we have an option called create a bucket. Here we have an option to delete the bucket. If you want to empty the bucket, you have an empty option. So first step, let's go ahead and create a bucket. And what is the name of the bucket? We already have decided this is the name of the bucket which I want to create. This is the name of the bucket which I want to create. In which region you want to create the bucket? In other words, more technically, in which data center you want to create the bucket? Do you want to create in Mumbai region? You want to create in Singapore region? Do you want to create in Canada? So whatever you want. Let's go ahead and create a bucket in the Mumbai region. I am selecting as Mumbai region. Scroll down. By default, the bucket option will be blocked. It will be blocked for public access. So remove the block. Acknowledge the settings which you have done it. And then go ahead and create a bucket. So as simple as that. Creating bucket is as simple as that. And please observe, you get an error saying that bucket with the same name already exists. Bucket name should be unique. Bucket is already existing with someone has already created a bucket with the name bucket 1. Bucket name should be unique globally, not local to your AWS account. Someone has already created a bucket. If someone has created a Gmail account with the same name, can you create one more Gmail account? No, it should be unique in the same way. The bucket name should be unique. So let's have a unique name. Let's say I want to create a bucket with the name bucket 123 hyphen some number. So bucket, remember bucket name should be unique. And I want to create the bucket in Mumbai region. Scroll down. By default, the bucket will be blocked. I have removed the block. I acknowledge the settings. Let's go ahead and create a bucket. I hope this name is available. If it is available, API response. Bucket name is not available. Someone has already used this particular bucket. Okay, so let's make it more typical. This is the name of the bucket. Done. You have successfully created a bucket. I'm done with creating a bucket. And you can see in the dashboard, now you can see there's one bucket available. The name of the bucket is bucket 123 hyphen some number. And I have created a bucket in the Mumbai region. Done. We are done with creating a bucket. Tell me, is it difficult to create a bucket? Not at all. I have created a bucket. And which region you have created a bucket? I have created in Mumbai region. Can I create one more bucket? Yes, no doubt. Can I create one more bucket? You can create second bucket. You can create 10 buckets. You can create 100 buckets. There's no restriction, my dear friends. Let's go ahead and create a new bucket. And this time I want to create it in Singapore region, not in Mumbai region. We already have created my first bucket in the Mumbai region. This time, just for change, I want to create a bucket in the Singapore region. Within no time, you can create a bucket, create bucket, mention the bucket name. Okay. And this time I want to create a bucket in the Singapore region. And then by default, the bucket will be blocked, remove the block. And please acknowledge the settings which you have done and then go ahead and create a bucket. So I have created a bucket. This is my second bucket. Success message, you can see here, this bucket has been successfully created. We are done with creating buckets. How many buckets we have created, my dear friends? 2 buckets we have created. What's the first bucket? The first bucket is this is the bucket. You can see the first bucket is in Mumbai region. The second bucket is in Singapore region. First important observation you have to understand. The S3 dashboard is global. S3 dashboard is global. I understand if you create one bucket in Mumbai region, if you create one bucket in Singapore region, if you create one bucket in London region, if you create one bucket in Singapore region or Australia region, all the buckets will be available in the same dashboard. Unlike EC2, in EC2, what happened if you create one EC2 machine in the Mumbai region that is not available in the Singapore? Isn't it? We have seen that the EC2 dashboard is region specific. If you are in Mumbai region, you can see the EC2 machines of Mumbai region only. If you switch to Singapore region, you will not get that EC2 machines. You get the EC2 machines of Singapore region. That's region specific dashboard. Whereas in S3, the default is global. S3 does not require region selection. There's no, if you want to select also, it's disabled. You cannot select it. That's the first important observation. The dashboard behavior of S3 is global. It does not need any region selection. Everything, wherever you create in any data center, it will be available in your specific dashboard. That's the first important observation. And you have created one bucket in Singapore region. You have created one bucket in Mumbai region. Bucket naming rules, very important. You have to create a bucket name should be unique. There are few important points you need to keep in mind when you're creating a bucket. So just let's spend just a minute. Bucket name rules in S3. So spend some time to understand the bucket naming rules in S3. Bucket name should be 3 to 63 characters. Okay, long. Bucket name can only have lower letters, can have numbers, can have dots, and can have hyphens. You cannot use the ampersand symbol, hash symbol, or whatever special. It can only allow dots, hyphens, and all this. Bucket name should begin and end with letter or a number. It cannot start with a special character. Bucket name should not be in the format of IP address. Bucket name should not start with xn hyphen hyphen. Bucket name should not end with some hyphen s3 hyphen alias or whatever it is. Okay, bucket name should be unique. Okay, so this is just keep in mind. So in case in the interview ask you, so do you know any rules of bucket naming? So keep in mind there are few important rules. Done with creating a bucket. Done with creating a bucket. Now tell me, why did you create a bucket? Because you want to store some objects. Objects are nothing but files. Let's say I want to store this particular object. Let's say I don't want these 2 buckets. I want one bucket is enough for us to do practicals. I don't want Singapore bucket. Select the bucket whenever you don't want. You have an option to you empty if you want to remove. Already bucket is already empty. It's a new bucket. I want to delete the bucket. So here we have an option deleting the bucket. Whenever you want to delete the bucket, you have to type the bucket name. delete bucket, done. So bucket is successfully deleted. So like this, you can create a bucket and you can delete a bucket. Let's use the bucket. Let's get into the bucket. This is the bucket which I have created in the Mumbai region. Let's enter into the bucket. Right now, no objects. Objects are nothing but files. You do not have any objects. Obviously, this is a new bucket. There are no objects, zero objects. You can upload an object. You may have a question, Sunil, what do you mean by an object? Object is nothing but a file. Object storage, it's a file storage. You can upload any object. You can upload image, you can upload PDF, you can upload notepad file. Let's say this is the image, which automatically helps me in doing marketing. This is an image, just pay 999. You will get all the recordings day to day. All the recordings. Okay, so this is my image. Can I upload this? Can I say it is an object? Is this an object? There is this. Yeah, this is an object. What is the name of the object? AWS_image.jpg. This is an object. Can I upload? You can upload this object. You can upload any object, whichever you want. You can upload a video also. You can upload an audio file. It's an object storage. There's no storage. Let's go ahead and create an object. Upload an object. Where is the object available in desktop? Or name of the file is AWS_image.jpg. So this is the bucket which I'm in. So we have the user interface is very simple, boss. Anybody can learn S3. It's very simple. So upload, like how you upload files, in the same way, add files. Which file you want to upload into the object desktop? What's the name of the object? AWS_image.jpg. Upload the object. The object is uploaded. Scroll down. Look at this. Grant public access. Okay, grant public access. I want this object to be accessed by anybody. So I'm granting public access. I understand the settings and then upload. I have uploaded successfully. So I have created a bucket and now you can see this. I am inside the bucket and you can see I have uploaded one object. Like this, you can upload any number of objects. There is no restriction. There is no, have you seen any size in the bucket? Have you seen any size in the bucket? There's no concept of size in the bucket. Got it? So I have created an object and I have uploaded the object into the bucket. Clear? Clear about this? Yes. Now, let's say if I want to access the object, I want to access the object. Whenever you want to access the object, select the object. This is the object. Click on it. You get some information about the object, and every object will have a URL called as object URL. Whenever you upload an object, or a object URL will be generated. This is the object URL. I'm copying the object URL. Okay, I'm copying the object URL and I want to access the object. So I open a new window. I open a new window and I access the object using the object URL. Are you able to get the object? Yes or no? Am I able to access the object? Yes. How am I able to access? Whenever you want to access an object, my dear friends, understand that whenever you upload an object, a URL will be generated. That's called as an object URL, as you can see in the screen. Okay, so using the object URL, anybody can access the object. I'm sending the object URL in the chat box. I'm sending the object URL in the chat box. My dear friends, please pick up that object. You copy the object URL and open your Google Chrome or open your mobile phone or open your browser and then try to paste that object and tell me, are you able to access my object? Okay. Take the object in the chat box and please respond yes if you are able to access the object. Yes, that's it. You may be in any part of the world. You can access the object using the object URL. So let's proceed. Perfect. So let's proceed. So we have created a bucket. You have uploaded the object. Now you know how can we access the object. We can access the object using the object URL. Okay, let's say you don't want this particular, you can upload a zip file, whatever you want. It's a file storage. You have understood it. Let's say you don't want this object. Select the object. We have an option called delete. All the frequently used options are available. Delete. You want to delete it? Yes, I want to permanently delete it. Delete the object. Object is successfully deleted. Closed. Done. Now your bucket is empty again. So I have shown you how to create a bucket, how to upload the objects, and how can we access the object. Any questions, please? Please raise your hand. 1 minute. Oh my God. Ramesh R. Your question, please.
Yeah, hi, Sunil. Thanks for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, Ramesh. Clear? Pretty simple, right? Today's class.
Yes. Actually, my question is to be how to access the
Object.
yes.
Now you got the answer.
Yes, correct.
MNL Rao.
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Good evening, MNL.
Thank you. Thank you. How much size we can upload here? Is there any size restriction, or we can
You're
upload
talking about the
the
file size.
Yes.
Okay. I think we had a discussion about the file size. You are right now accessing using graphical engines. One file can be maximum 5 TB, 5 terabytes.
Okay.
One file size can be maximum 5 terabytes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Vamsi Karthik.
Hi.
Good evening, Vamsi. How are you doing?
Good, very good. Like this is I guess like this is the third time I'm like attending this session actually, and then I got this now finally.
Okay.
So my question is, it was generated an URL, and then we want to modify as per like our policy, and then how we can do that?
You want to modify the object.
Yeah, exactly. Like the URL I want to share with someone, but that should not be like the same as like bucket tree something.
You don't want this particular URL. You want to have a different format of URL.
Yes,
okay?
exactly.
You need to use a third-party tools like URL masking. Okay, so that if you look at this URL. Okay, I think it's deleted. Huh? As I'm granting public access, even though you are able to access, otherwise you will not able to access. Yes, so it's uploaded. And how can we access the object? Select the object, you get the object URL. So you don't want this particular object URL. If anybody sees the object URL, anybody can understand, okay, this particular client is using bucket, that means AWS, Amazon. So he's storing it in AWS storage. You don't want this particular object. There's third-party tools, Vamsi, object masking, so that one more URL will be generated according to it, and you can share that. Okay, clear, Vamsi?
Yeah. And one more question related to DevOps actually. So is there any limited people are attending that, because like it's very hard to ask questions and also.
This is a free course. That's the reason thousands of people are attending.
Not this one, about the DevOps.
DevOps is a paid course. Obviously, you have less number.
Okay, so do we we get a chance to ask the question?
Obviously, here there are 3,000.
Yeah, that's what.
There it will be 300, I think so. Okay.
Yeah,
I think so. So you have more chances. Okay. Okay, Vamsi.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Sudhakar Aleti.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Sudhakar.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just one doubt, sir. If we left the empty buckets, that will be charged, or?
No. Empty bucket is not charged.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your sessions.
Thank you, Sudhakar. Thank you very much. Shaheen Usman. Good evening.
Hi, Sunil. How are you?
I'm doing well, Shaheen. Yes.
Hey, I have a question. So regarding the DevOps, you said that it's going to start in next 2 weeks. Can you send the schedule? I don't think so. I have.
It is starting on 16th. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And time is also fixed. It is 4 o'clock in the evening.
4 o'clock in the evening. Okay.
Yeah. You are in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I am in the group.
We have not yet started marketing in the WhatsApp group, but we will post it information by tomorrow probably.
Okay. And one more question is, since this class is going to get done by, I guess by end of this month, is it?
You're right.
Like simultaneously, and it would still not be, the concepts are different, I guess, but it wouldn't be like an overlap, right? Like,
no, not a problem. You can do parallelly to save some time.
Okay, perfect. One more question is, you mentioned about S3 bucket. Sorry, I'm just, it's morning for me. So I'm from US, it's morning. I'm just trying to juggle multitasking. But the question that I have is, in the S3 bucket that you mentioned, you get URL for each image, right?
Each
object that you upload.
You are right. Correct.
Right. So my first question is, when you have, like, let's say, if the organization decides to have files uploaded in it, and you said this is like, the URL is global, and if you have a URL, like you shared the URL and we were all able to open it.
Yes.
We don't want that to happen in an organization.
If
right?
because you are all able to access it, because when I'm uploading the object, I have provided public access. Shaheen,
Oh,
you
okay.
observed?
Okay.
When I am uploading,
Mhm.
look at this. I'll show you one more time. Let's say I want to upload one more object. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's say this time it's this particular PDF file. So when I am uploading here, scroll down under permissions, I have provided public access, grant public. That's the reason you are able to access. If I don't provide, it's everything in my control. Even though you have the object URL, but still you will not able to access it. Got it? Okay. I can make my object public or private. It's in my control as an owner of the object. Sahin, clear?
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So we had now hands-on of understanding how to create a bucket. How can you make an object? Okay, look at this. This is the object. Go to permissions. I have provided public access, read access. I can change my permissions. Okay, go to edit. And then I remove the public access. Do you remember? I'm removing the public access. And I saved it. As I have removed the public access, you may have URL, but still if you access the object, okay, look at this. As Shaheen is referring to, access denied. Because I am controlling whether it is public or private. It could be public, it could be private. Public is anybody in the world having an object URL. Private is nothing but nobody in the world. Only I can access as an owner of the object. You can also provide limited access by using the access control list. You want your object to be available only to 5 of your friends. You can do that by using access control list. So like this, there are different ways of accessing you controlling your object by using access control list. I hope you are understanding. It's all about object storage. Okay, so let's move on to today's notes. So you have learned how to create a bucket. You have some understanding about some bucket naming rules. You have created a bucket. Buckets are available in global, the EC2 S3 dashboard, unlike EC2 machines. You know that you have created an object and you have uploaded the object, and you also now know how to access the object using the object URL. Okay, and how can we make the object private? We have done it. And how can we delete an object whenever you don't want? You can delete an object. Okay, so before deleting it, it's having a lot of features. The beauty of S3 is it is having wonderful features. That's the reason many clients use this particular bucket. Look at the properties. You can use buckets. You can enable versioning so that you can access your current version of the object, as well as you can also have access to the previous versions of the object. You can apply tags. We'll discuss some of the features. We transfer acceleration, object lock, requester trace. You can use for website hosting also. You can use your S3 bucket for static website hosting also. So there are a lot of features in S3 that makes it more special. Shiva Kumar R.
Sunil.
Yes. Good evening.
Thanks for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Shiva.
And the classes which you are giving and the lectures which is very clear and helping a lot. I want to thank behalf of everybody in the class.
Thank you, Shiva.
So very thankful.
If you are happy, please refer to your friend circle in your in our upcoming batches. That's the only thing what I expect here. Sure.
Definitely, 100% I do.
Thank you. Yes.
My question is about this S3 bucket. How can I restrict my object in the S3 bucket based on a
Let's say, for example, Shiva, I have uploaded one image, right? I want access only, I want to give it to only to you, not to anybody. Agree?
Yes.
You're right?
Yes.
As of now, the object is public. As object is public, you can see anybody can having the object URL are able to access. Now, Shiva, let's say I want to only provide access to you. Okay. Whenever you want to provide limited access, okay, in that case, there's something called, as I have shown you in the PowerPoint slide, you can secure your data. Data is nothing but files using access control list and bucket policies. So in coming classes, we'll discuss about, in tomorrow's class probably, we'll discuss about access control list and bucket policy, in which you will learn, understand how can we share your object only to specific user or specific group, Shiva. Got it?
Thank you so much, Sunil. Sunil, one more question.
Yes. Are you from Hyderabad? You are also from Hyderabad?
No, I'm from Bangalore.
How you happen to know about this training?
This is to get to know one of my friends who helped me with the classes is going on.
Okay. You know AWS, or is the first time you learn?
In my current company, they are using this AWS platform. Okay. I'm one of the users for the AWS service called a SageMaker. And
so you already are using one specific service.
Yes, and also I do support for the team to data injection role that.
Oh, you are already working on AWS now. Then in that case, good.
Yeah, to get the data from on-prem to the S3.
Okay.
So, but I don't have a deep knowledge on how the S3 functions and all this stuff, because I do work on third-party ETL role.
Okay. So I hope these sessions are helping you to get more understanding about cloud storage. Okay.
Definitely.
And there are many interesting services like VPC, identity and access management, command line interface. Shiva, I hope you are using, probably you have hearing about all these terminologies in your work experience, isn't it?
Exactly.
You'll understand it eventually.
Yes. So one more question is that, I'm aspiring my career towards a data engineering. So adding DevOps will help me in my career.
Definitely help you, Shiva. Okay. What's your plan? Your plan is to get into DevOps role? Or only data engineer?
I do work when we call it a data engineer. There's a couple of set of the tools and technologies where do work people, right? So the same way, I wanted to be.
Automation is involved. Okay, so DevOps will definitely add value, and you got an already opportunity of work experience in AWS. So if you learn DevOps, your profile value increases. Okay, you'll get good opportunities.
Thank you so much.
How many years of experience you having, Jiva?
I do have 6+ years of experience.
6+ years. Okay. Are you planning to shift it? Are you planning to change your organization or just shift the technology?
I want to change the organization.
So acquire skills, post it in your resume. You start receiving the calls. That's all. The success track is already defined, Shiva. I hope you're understanding. Okay, success track is already defined. So follow the success track. We are getting the results, definitely. Okay. And many are proven, Shiva. Okay, you know that, I think so, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
People
and you are these kind of feedbacks even motivates me, Shiva. Okay.
So this is definitely, the people in the call, they might be hearing and they might be seeing in the many classes and the cost of the classes and everything, but the amount of the class and the lectures which you again can bear anyone and benefit with that. So I'm very happy with that, first of all.
That's the reason. Thank you. I'm getting a lot of our organization getting a lot of complaints because the size restriction is 3,000. We are planning to go to higher plan of Zoom, which is going to 5,000. So hopefully, one day or other, the 5,000 will be full. Okay, Shiva. Thank you very much. Okay, so are we meeting our agenda? Today's agenda is pretty simple and straightforward. You have understood about S3 and you know it's a storage service. You know features of S3. Okay, transfer acceleration, encryption. You have seen some advantages, lifecycle management, object lock. You can use buckets for static website hosting. These are all special features. So we'll be seeing practicals of some of the important features in the tomorrow session. So we'll learn how to create a bucket, how to upload the objects. Okay, how to access the object, how to make the object private. Just now we have done it. How to delete the object. So the basic. So I recommend you after this session. So please log into AWS and just create a bucket. Just play around, experiencing how to create an object, how to upload the bucket, how to create a bucket, how to upload the object, access the object, make it private, delete the object. Just to hands-on. This is all just about the starting of S3. In tomorrow we deep dive into the features of S3. We'll practically see about the features called transfer acceleration or lifecycle management. So whatever the possible extent. We'll see it in tomorrow's session. Okay, so interaction, Rohit Palam. Interaction is important. Rohit Palam. Good evening, Rohit.
Very good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Doing well, Rohit. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Are you from Tamil Nadu?
No, sir. I am from Kadapa.
Okay.
So my question is, I was already know about the AWS, and meanwhile I am practicing the KMS. So in that,
You're
like
practicing?
KMS.
Okay.
So in that, like I was downloaded a file from the S3 bucket to the Linux server.
Okay.
But when I was trying to upload from the Linux machine to S3 bucket, so I'm getting uploading fail, but
Okay, you have to handle at the roles level. You have linked EC2 to S3, right?
Yes.
So in such case, you should be able to happen. Okay. So deal with the roles. There are some options in the roles. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Spend some time on that.
Yeah.
Ernest I.
Good evening.
Your volume is very, very low. Please increase your mic volume.
Hi, Sunil.
I can hear you. How are you doing, Ernest?
Yeah, I am fine. How about you? Thanks for your sessions.
Thank you, Ernest. Thank you very much.
Oh, much appreciated. It is very clear, and
it's like a friendly meeting every evening. Like when you're in childhood, we go out and meet with our friends, right?
Yeah.
Like this, make a habit that at 5 o'clock we are all meeting and discussing something, learning something more.
Yes,
Isn't it, Ernest?
It's more like the practical way of learning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully, I am from database background. Actually.
Okay, which database? Oracle database?
Oracle, yeah.
As a DBA or a SQL developer?
DBA. I am a DBA.
My career started with Oracle SQL, PL SQL developer.
Oh, great.
And then I have shifted to Oracle applications.
Oh, great.
Okay, as a technical consultant, I worked with forms, reports, and all those, and then I have shifted from there to cloud.
Oh, great. Sure.
Yeah. Tell me, Ernest.
So my question is related to Oracle. What are all the services we have in AWS?
Relational database service. We have a special service for hosting Oracle relational database. It need not be Oracle. Any relational database can be hosted. I hope you know about RDS.
Yes. I heard about RDS. Yes.
I'll show you. Where is this? Under databases. Yeah. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So we have one session on.
Also, you said like some of the services we are going to learn. One is that RDS.
Yeah. One session we'll spend on RDS just to understand how exactly the database can be hosted on RDS and what is the advantage client gets. I hope you know, Ernest, future already all the relational databases are becoming autonomous, isn't it?
Yes.
Automatic patching, automatic recovery, automatic no downtime, isn't it?
Yes.
So slowly this dependency of DBS has been less. So it's our time to upgrade, Ernest, isn't it?
Yes. I'm doing that.
Am I right? Yes or no?
Yeah. So close to 14 years I am in
it's very important in the IT industry, especially once we are reaching 14 and 15. You may agree or disagree, but you'll have less number of opportunities, Ernest. Agree or not? Isn't it?
Yes. That is very much.
The moment we go to 14, 15, so we have to upgrade ourselves to get on par with other folks.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong?
No, absolutely you're right.
Okay.
So one question, Sunil. So we are creating instances, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
In the database, we have this rack concept, like more than one instance. Do we have this concept also in AWS? Like for web server also more than one instance can we create or anything like that?
A database also we can do that. Okay. So we'll see it soon when you learn how to host or whatever the database product on RDS, we'll understand the advantages.
Okay. Fine. Thanks.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So today, generally I take more than 1 hour, but this concept today I've finished off very fast. Okay. So let's use this time for interaction. Tanuj Jain.
Hi, Sunil. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Tanuj. It's like listening to radio. Am I right?
Yeah, it is. I'm enjoying your sessions. I'm from Melbourne. Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my friends referred to join your classes.
May I know who is he? His name starts with S.
Mukul, and he's one of our friend in US, so he referred to him and he referred to me.
Oh, okay, it's a big chain.
It's a big chain
of international chain.
Oh yeah,
India to US, US to Australia, Australia to
yeah.
Yes, Mukul. Yeah, I know Mukul. Yes,
Mukul. Yeah. So he's one of my pretty good friend. He's in Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been enjoying your sessions a lot. I have did my sysops admin a couple of years ago, but didn't appear for the examination. But I know terminology in AWS, as well as I did prepared for Azure admin course also.
Okay.
My question to you is that I have did DevOps also using.
You know DevOps also.
Yes, and I have also enrolled in your DevOps course for starting on 16th.
Oh, okay.
The only question is that I have appeared like at least 8 to 10 interviews, but due to the lack of experience, because I'm in support infrastructure role, 6+ years of experience.
So totally you're currently you're having 6 years of experience.
Yes. So due to
infrastructure
the lack
support is you're working on infrastructure support, right?
Support and infrastructure, yeah, using infrastructure technologies. So
which tools you worked on?
Microsoft Azure AD, Intune, and Windows servers.
Okay.
Yeah. So due to the lack of experience in the production environment, I'm not able to qualify the second round of the technical interviews. So I need some advice what to do with that.
Okay. First thing, anyways, you are brushing up your AWS skills and then you are enrolled for DevOps. Okay. So complete that cycle. Okay. The most important thing nowadays asked in the interviews is about Terraform. Jane, I hope you know that.
I have learned Terraform also, and I have did a couple of small projects with Terraform also.
Very good. Okay, so then definitely you'll crack it. Recently, one participant from Australia, I think, so got the job. Australia or UK, don't remember. So Tanuj, you are in right track. Okay, don't be optimistic. Complete this because anyways DevOps will 45 days, so you have to wait for till January. Okay, and then once you have the refreshed skills in your mind and your profile, you get the calls. Don't worry. Just follow. Okay, Tanuj.
Yeah, I will try to complete your project.
Yes, perfect. And we have some already projects explained. Take a look at our YouTube channel, Tanuj. So we have already a couple of projects explained in our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel link is available in the WhatsApp group description. Okay, are you in our WhatsApp group, Tanuj? Are you in our WhatsApp group?
Thanks, Sunil.
Are you in the WhatsApp group?
Okay.
I have lost your voice. Okay. One more final call. One more final call. This time Tokes. Can you hear me, Tokes? You are now allowed to unmute. You have to unmute and speak. Okay. Goldie. Can you hear me, Goldie?
Hi, Sunil.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good evening. I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. Yes.
My question is regarding this DevOps course you're going to start, right? So, what is the prerequisites? Is this
there is no prerequisite?
AWS DevOps or the common?
It is DevOps. It is called AWS DevOps because it is on AWS platform. All the DevOps tools are learned on AWS platform. That's why it's AWS DevOps. Okay. There's no prerequisite.
But usually for DevOps, we should know any scripting.
Basics of Linux is enough. Okay. And anyways, the first 4 sessions we spend on Linux, and then day 5 we jump into DevOps. Goldie. Okay.
Okay.
So you will feel comfortable.
Thank you. I
Know
have
your
2
experience.
more questions. One is for associates level, there's one more certificate, right, for AWS developer.
Yes.
So that course and in our current course, is there any difference or
70% both the syllabus is the same, Goldie. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Between both the courses, the concept is same, 70%. Okay. Go for associate level if you're planning for certification.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Solutions architect.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, yeah.
Are you from India?
I know. Right now, I'm in Malaysia.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for today's session. So getting into deeper concepts of S3, deeper in the sense, more technical features of S3, like experiencing the encryption, experiencing especially what is it, version controlling. So all these interesting concepts will stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Okay, thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. See you tomorrow, where we'll learn more about S3. Thank you very much. Bye.